As the moment of birth approaches, there are swirls of emotion,
Oh my God, I'm gonna be somebody's mother in a few hours.
unexpected turns,
Your baby's just still swimming around everywhere.
some need extra effort,
Tell me when you're there.
I'm in green. That's the fibroid.
These are special deliveries, full of suspense and surprise,
This is going to be it.
bringing parents, doctors, and newborns into tense encounters.
Doing good.
At Medical City Dallas Hospital, Dawn and Michael Kaggel are eager to bring their new son into the world.
And what do you have at home?
I have 2 other boys at home.
Okay. You are definitely outnumbered, huh?
I am very outnumbered.
Dawn is trying not to think about the serious complication in her pregnancy. For 15 weeks, she has been plagued by a painful kidney stone.
He's gonna be here in 2 hours.
I would say as big as a peanut. It was about 7 to 8 millimeters in size.
To allow urine to pass through to her bladder, Dawn had a stent placed in her kidney, but that became so encrusted with calcium, she needed a second one.
To the degree that Dawn formed a stone and then encrusted her stent in such an accelerated fashion, it is very unique.
Dawn needs surgery before calcification in the second stent causes her kidney to fail. But it's too risky to do while she's pregnant.
You don't hear the baby's heartbeat?
The biggest issue is her health, and that's the reason that we're delivering her about 3 to 4 weeks early before her due date.
But now, a new problem has developed.
So it's just flipped, 180 degrees. The head is on this side now, really kind of up in this corner, okay?
An ultrasound shows that Dawn's baby is not in a good position for a vaginal delivery. So now, Dawn is facing 2 surgeries.
Okay, we'll make a little bikini cut incision. And we may have to make an incision up and down on the uterus because I need to be able to get in there, grab the little feet, and pull the baby out.
We're hoping that once he's out, maybe there won't be as much pressure and stuff on the bladder. Maybe that'll help with the pain too.
Okay.
So.
Hopefully it will. Okay, all right.
Dawn is happy to get started, but she faces a long list of unknowns.
I want this to be as pain-free as possible.
Yeah, me too.
There is heartbreak beneath the laughter for Cleo Wilform Castillo. At 36 weeks into her term, her hope for a successful delivery is haunted by failure in the past.
Well, this is my 5th pregnancy. I've had 4 previous miscarriages.
Okay.
With her husband, Domancio, watching, Cleo is ready for Dr. Anne-Marie Ledley Lewis to remove her cervical cerclage.
I'm trying to get one leaf of the suture to cut, so that way we can pull it out.
Ooh, there we go.
The cerclage is a pair of stitches to keep the cervix from opening prematurely.
So I know we're excited.
God, yes.
Can you tell me when it's about to come? With each pregnancy, especially with the last previous 2, you look so forward to having these babies and you begin to make all these plans just to go to a doctor and they can't find a heartbeat, or you go to a doctor and they can't find the baby. It's been pretty emotional.
Dr. Ledley Lewis attended Cleo through 2 previous pregnancies and was doing tests to find out why she was having so many miscarriages. While waiting for results, Cleo became pregnant again.
Baby sounds good. Baby tolerated it real well.
So we were all very hesitant, nervous. We prayed about it and we said, you know what, we're going to go forward with this pregnancy, anticipating a baby. And we're going to observe you and see if you have any contractions.
Dr. Ledley Lewis believes Cleo will go into labor later in the day, but both parents and doctor have learned to expect the unexpected.
Gabrielle, we are all looking forward to her coming.
Expectant mother Christy Johnson and nurse Lynn McKee have something in common. Christy suffers from a condition that Lynn experienced 10 years ago, pregnancy accompanied by a strange complication.
It's just the most craziest itching. It's like a torture. It's like someone has a spider web, or, you know, it's like constantly itching.
Itching around your stomach is very common, but I was itching all over, I mean, head to toe.
Christy's condition is a liver malfunction called Intrahypatic Cholestasis of pregnancy, or ICP. It affects 1 in 1,000 mothers, and it results in bile crystals forming on the skin, the reason for all the itching.
I would be like, I'm about to come out of my skin.
The itching is more than just annoying, because behind it lurks a threat to the baby. ICP carries an increased risk of stillbirth, possibly caused by the baby's bowels emptying inside the uterus.
When we first found out about it, it was very concerning. I don't know that it ever really went away.
Christy and her husband, Rob, are here for her induced labor at 37 weeks, a timing doctors feel will greatly reduce the risk of stillbirth. The Johnsons have 3 other daughters. They hope their 4th will survive the danger ahead.
Anytime you have an opportunity to take care of another child, that's an exciting thing. 10 fingers, 10 toes. Healthy, happy, that's what I want. I think I might even watch.
The pain of her kidney stone is just a secondary concern for Dawn. In the operating room at Medical City, she waits for Dr. Ramona Jones to deliver her baby by cesarean section.
Okay, you're gonna feel pressure.
The surgical descent through layers of skin and muscle is never taken lightly, even though C-sections are largely routine. Here, the baby's orientation inside Dawn's uterus makes extra work for the medical team.
Initially, when we're trying to feel the position and trying to determine the best way to deliver the baby. Should we try to rotate the baby so that the head is coming down? Do we try to rotate the baby so that the buttocks or the breech is coming down?
Michael watches the struggle over the surgical curtain. Holding Dawn's hand, he keeps her calm.
Squeeze as hard as you want to, okay? Squeeze, but breathe, okay? Breathe for me. Breathe normal, okay? Okay?
After a few more minutes of medical gymnastics, Dr. Jones pulls the baby out, feet first. Now, seconds that seem like hours will pass. Dawn, unable to see any of what's going on, wonders why her baby is not crying.
What do you say, Dad?
Using a hand-pumped respirator, the neonatal intensive care team forces oxygen into the infant's lungs.
I love you.
Love you.
The doctors and staff work with quiet confidence. After a full minute's silence, Michael Patrick Kaggel calls out to the world.
Michael Patrick, happy birthday, Michael Patrick. You are cutie.
Dawn can forget her worries, even put aside her concerns about her upcoming kidney stone surgery, and enjoy this very special delivery.
He's beautiful. Like you when I was a baby.
31-year-old Rhonda Osa is 33 weeks pregnant with her 4th child. Her ultrasound session may seem routine.
He looks like my 2-year-old, don't he? Kinda.
Not as much hair.
But Rhonda has a pregnancy unusual enough to be called bizarre. Under the care of Dr. Stephen Jones, she has been carrying twins. The first one is normal. The second is malformed and dead. Without hearts, such fetuses are called acardiac, and in the past they have been called monsters for their grotesque form. At one point in her pregnancy, the acardiac baby was actually larger than the normal twin, whose life was threatened by strain on its heart pumping blood for both. The rare phenomenon happens once in 40,000 births.
First it was really hard, but now it's like I got so used to it. First I couldn't believe, oh my God, how'd this happen to me? I don't do drugs, I don't drink, you know, none of that. So it was kind of hard to accept, you know, because especially when you're healthy and you're like, you just don't understand. Then I kept blaming it on my age, 31, I'm too old to be having a baby.
Casey trying to play with
Dr. Stephen Jones can pinpoint no cause for Rhonda's peculiar pregnancy.
First I was gonna just go ahead and terminate the pregnancy, and then I started looking on the internet, doing a lot of researches.
We're gonna put you on the non-stress test now.
Rhonda's research led her to try to save the normal baby with an unusual surgery. Doctors tied off the acardiac twins' umbilical cord, making it shrink to an insignificant size.
I think right now it's not going to be the shape of a baby. It's going to be more amorphous. I don't think there's going to be anything that you're going to recognize as a baby.
Okay.
Rhonda's normal baby has been growing well, but the acardiac twins' tissues have released chemicals into their common bloodstream. The chemicals could cause the surviving baby to develop cerebral palsy.
I used to work with mentally challenged people, so for me it was even harder because I know how they lived, I know how they were, and it's hard, you know, it's really hard life that parents who take care of these children go through.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Today's amniocentesis will determine if her baby's lungs are mature enough to deliver safely. It's the final step before a planned C-section, when Rhonda will find out the result of this unusual pregnancy.
I'm gonna put a lot of pressure. It might be a bit painful, okay? At any point you want me to stop, you just say so. Okay?
Expectant mother Susan Kinyoki is about to experience an unusual procedure.
And what we're doing here is we're looking at the baby's position.
Dr. Chi Din is concerned. Susan is 38 weeks into term, and besides being pregnant, suffers from a large fibroid tumor of the uterus.
It's right here, right there. Basically the fibroid, you can kind of see it right there. Kind of makes a little bump on her abdomen. And it's a good size.
The fibroid hasn't complicated the pregnancy, but there is another problem. Susan's baby is lying sideways in her uterus, a transverse position. Since head down is preferred for birth, Dr. Din takes the matter into her own hands, literally forcing the baby into place.
If you can put your hand there for a second. We're almost done.
A transverse position would require a C-section instead of a vaginal birth. The procedure to move the baby is called an eversion. Dr. Din checks her work using ultrasound.
And basically you want the head to be kind of where the bladder is in the midline of the lower abdomen. That's where you want the head to be. And bless her little heart, or his, that's where it is now.
For Susan, it has seemed almost too easy.
That's it?
That's it? You want more?
No way.
Okay. Actually, have to get...
But as Susan will find, the rest of the process will be far more difficult.
Okay. All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Hurry, baby, hurry. You're 4 to 5 centimeters. So with this
Nurse Lynn McKee is keeping close tabs on Christy Johnson's labor. At 4 to 5 centimeters of dilation, Christy is moving from the latent to active phase of labor, with another centimeter of dilation expected every hour.
Like whether she's good at
Well-
softball or volleyball.
We are headed the way we need to. Are you ready to hear what she sounds like? Can you hear it? That's exactly her heartbeat.
Wow. That's good.
Isn't that neat? She sounds good.
Good.
Christy begins wearing an oxygen mask to help the baby, whose heart rate is dropping slightly with each contraction. She is soon feeling more and more pressure.
Let me know when you feel that pressure and it stays there the whole time. As the baby moves more down there, you'll feel it all the time. And that's a signal to me, hey, it's time for us to start pushing. When you have the...
This will be the 4th child for Christy and her husband, Rob. The labor of experienced mothers often goes much faster.
I know, hurry, hurry. But you know, if it's not their first babies, they can go from 5 to complete within minutes. So you always listen to mom. Whatever mom says, hey, I'm feeling more pressure, we always go with mom because it can change, like the Texas weather. Thanks.
Knife, please.
There you go.
Knife?
Rhonda Osa lies calmly on the operating table as Dr. Stephen Jones begins a C-section unlike almost any other. Rhonda is ready to deliver twins. One is alive, but the other, having neither head nor heart, is not.
Knife back, please. Once we enter the uterus, we're going to try to get access to the live, healthy baby, deliver that first, and then we'll deliver the fetus capricious of the baby that died with the placenta itself.
The placenta of the non-viable twin is low-lying, meaning the surgeon has to get past it to reach the healthy baby.
That placenta is making it difficult. Could you have the table down a little bit, please? You know, the head keeps trying to get around that other baby's.
Rhonda is nearing the end of a long ordeal. In cases like hers, few of the normal twins survive. As a result, many such mothers elect to abort. Rhonda chose an unusual procedure, tying off the abnormal twin's umbilical cord. This gave the healthy baby a fighting chance.
Let's have a vacuum, please.
Dr. Jones does what it takes to get him out.
Tell me when.
Go ahead.
That's the green.
Uh-huh. Tell me when you're there.
I'm in green.
All right, let's try a little pressure again. Back him off.
Hey.
Back him off.
It's off. Yeah, look at that. Pretty baby with lots of hair. Bring the other one up too, another cold one.
Very good.
There you go. Woo! Clamp your own bag of scissors. Do we want to do a portage?
Rhonda's husband is in South America attending his mother's funeral, so Rhonda's sister-in-law Marisol shares the excitement with her.
Want to get a cord, please? Want to get a cord, please?
Baby Pablo appears healthy. At this point, there is no way to tell if he has cerebral palsy. That potential will remain for a considerable time.
Your pattern of contractions is still very, what we call dysfunctional.
Rochelle Cohn and her husband Clinton get disheartening news from Dr. Darshna Chandrasekhara. The Cohns hope for a vaginal delivery, but it has been 13 hours since Rochelle's water broke, and she has dilated no more than 3 centimeters.
And it's still not changing.
Since Rochelle is 37 years old, her baby is at increased risk of being born with Down syndrome. But Rochelle chose not to have amniocentesis to check for the defect, because this is her first and may be her only child.
I'm going to insert the catheter at that time. Along with the risk of amniocentesis runs the risk of actually disturbing a normal pregnancy, where the bag of water around the baby, when you put a needle through it, could actually rupture and the pregnancy could be lost.
Now, with delivery so close, Dr. Chandrasekhara checks for progress beyond 3 centimeters dilation. If delivery is delayed, there is risk of infection.
He is not coming down to your birth canal at all.
Still 3.
Still 3. You know.
couple more checks, or this is, we need to make a decision now?
I think we need to go ahead and call it and say we need to proceed to a C-section before we end up getting an infection.
Okay.
How long ago did it take? It just went away a few seconds ago.
Though doctors expected Cleo Wilform Castillo to deliver soon after her cerclage was removed at 36 weeks into term, they were mistaken. Now, at 38 weeks, she's back at the hospital with her husband, Amancio, and labor is being induced.
It still hasn't hit me, oh my God, I'm gonna be somebody's mother in a few hours. So that's kind of scary, like, oh my God, I'm somebody's mother.
Just a little bit of pressure, okay? Your baby's doing very good right now.
Cleo's dilation is now 4 centimeters, and she's having regular contractions. With 4 miscarriages in her past, she'll be watched carefully.
Yeah, we probably will recheck her at 1 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock, you should be 5 centimeters.
Good, I hope so.
And then after that, I would say maybe around 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'll have a baby. Right now.
Predicting the delivery of a first-time mother is always difficult, and Cleo is in for a lot more than anyone could predict now. Susan Kinyoki is back at the hospital. Now 41 weeks pregnant, it's time to have her labor induced. But the ultrasound images of her baby have Dr. Chi Din puzzled.
Wow. Did your baby move since I've been gone?
Yeah.
Really?
Dr. Din has been checking on Susan hourly. After the successful aversion at 38 weeks, the baby never stopped moving.
In fact, it's almost shifting over to the other side. Susan, you got to control your baby.
Turning, twisting, shifting, the baby is an engine of motion, keeping its mother as well as her doctor guessing constantly.
No, I feel here.
Oh. The baby's head was over here, and now it's shifted over to where it's about right here, kind of midline right there. So we really don't need to do the version anymore. Pillow?
Amazingly, at this moment, the baby has repositioned itself in the perfect position for delivery.
My hope is that your baby doesn't move out of that position.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, you know, I don't want to deliver your baby any other way from below.
But Susan's active baby isn't finished surprising his mother.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Rochelle Cohn's experience with childbirth has not been easy. With no signs of progress in labor, her doctor recommended a cesarean section. Time was beginning to run out.
You should try to get the baby delivered within 18 hours from the time that someone's bag of water breaks. And that's basically because of the risk of infection to the baby.
It is a disappointment for the parents.
We were hoping for a vaginal delivery, but we had to readjust our thinking. We were both prepared for it, and they had told us beforehand it might happen. But even, you know, all that, when it's you there and they're telling you that, it still hits you.
Just keeps bleeding.
The surgery is routine on the surface, but there is a worry. Everyone hopes the baby does not have Down syndrome, a distinct possibility at Rochelle's age of 37. Until the baby is born, they will not know.
Oh, darling. Come on out.
As the baby is taken, it is clear he is healthy, very healthy. Besides the absence of Down syndrome, his size surprises everyone.
You watching, Daddy? Chubster.
Holy moly.
You were big. Definitely a boy, Mama.
The baby's large size also solves the mystery of why Rochelle's labor was stalled for so long.
It was probably the large size of the infant that did not allow its head to descend down into the mother's pelvis.
So what do you think?
Oh my goodness. Oh, hello. Oh, what a beautiful baby.
Baby Pablo is on his way to the recovery room with his mother, Rhonda Osa.
They like all babies to be waiting to be scared.
Oh, okay.
This is Rhonda's victory lap with her new son, a celebration after a perilous pregnancy. Pablo seems to share his mother's elation.
Thank you.
Rhonda fought a risky battle and won. When she learned Pablo shared her womb with a malformed twin who couldn't survive, Rhonda gambled on surgery to tie off its umbilical cord. A healthy Pablo is her prize.
Normally, if we don't wind up doing a procedure like tying off the umbilical cord, these twins will have a 50% chance of death in the womb, and of those that survive, half of those will be born extremely premature and therefore have major complications. So you're looking at a baby that would have had a 25% chance of survival had we done nothing, and now you can see a nice healthy baby, presumably, that's going to do very, very well.
Like a little bad boy.
He looks great. I'm happy, so relieved just to see that he's, everything's fine.
But Pablo must now go to the hospital nursery, where the staff will check him meticulously. As healthy as he appears, he could yet face hazards.
Push. Push with these muscles right here. And push. Oh, awesome. You did great.
There you go. We can see her.
Things are happening very fast for Christy Johnson. At last check, she was dilated 6 centimeters. Now, suddenly, she's ready to deliver.
She went from 6 to complete in a matter of what, 5 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Dr. Mark Bernstein sets up quickly. The liver malfunction that caused Christy's relentless itching is a medical mystery. No one knows why it happens.
There you go. There you go. Breathe, Christy. Don't hold your breath.
But they do know it can cause stillbirths if the baby is not taken before the 38th week, as they are doing here. Since Christy has had 3 other babies, this is a rapid delivery.
Hang on, here we go. Breathe.
Let's go ahead and push. Here we go. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Take a deep breath in, Christy. Take a deep breath in.
We're just going to take off this little monitor.
It's okay. Keep pushing. We're trying to get her out without you tearing. That's it.
Good.
That's it, sweetie. Here she goes.
There she is. Little necklace, so we'll just take that off.
Is it okay if we bring her up here?
And there she is.
Okay. Oh my God, you're cute. Just suction out her nose and her mouth, okay? Oh, she looks cute. Oh my God.
There we
Here
go.
she comes.
Done deal.
Hi,
Very nice baby.
Christy will no longer be bothered by itching now that the baby is born.
Awesome.
Hi, Avery, baby.
And the family can turn its attention to the new arrival, Avery Grace.
Yeah, hi.
I'd be ticked too if I were you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take her over and dry her off. I'm gonna leave that stuff
See
here.
you in a minute,
Like this
pretty
here.
girl.
I'm gonna leave that here. I don't know. Hi. We're fine. We're fine. Okay.
It's too big. I know, but it's warm.
Dawn Kaggel and her husband Michael are ready to take their son, Michael Patrick, home. Now that he is born, Dawn and her urologist, Dr. Paul Kaplan, can plan on the surgery to remove her kidney stone and the calcified stent.
That's the big stone. That's the one that caused all the problems.
Okay.
And then you may have some other little ones. I think the plan will be is to bring you back in a week or two, go up here, laser these stones, laser that stent, and then get the stent out.
Okay.
The stents were needed to prevent a blockage in Dawn's kidney. That made it possible for her pregnancy to continue, so the baby's lungs could develop enough to support healthy breathing.
Your lungs are definitely developed. I think he's ready to go home.
Her doctor hopes to remove Dawn's kidney stone endoscopically, the least intrusive method. If he is successful, her long and painful experience will finally come to an end.
It's like over here. Oh, Susan, your baby just moves too much. We can't keep it down.
Susan Kinyoki's labor has become the baby chase. Dr. Chi Din has had to physically manipulate the child into delivery position, only to find that it moves again, and again.
This morning, your baby's head was down here, right down here, and the rest of the body was over here. Now your baby has just completely moved over, and the head is right here, and the rest of the body's this way.
The scenario is far from normal.
Your baby's just still swimming around everywhere.
Susan has a fibroid tumor in her uterus, but that is not considered a dangerous condition, and it does not explain the baby's motion. The changing positions are a cause for concern.
Once you get dilated further, I just don't want it to flip and then the umbilical cord falls
down
out.
there, yeah.
No, it falls out before the head, you know.
Yeah.
The head should come out first, then the other stuff can come out. But if the umbilical cord falls out first, then that's dangerous to the baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's proven that it definitely can move a lot, but now the head's all the way over
Within
here.
a very short time. Just following more.
Yeah, exactly. So what we'll probably end up doing, Susan, is going to do a C-section to get your baby out.
So when you do during the C-section, how do you make sure the baby doesn't move?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I just go in and get it, wherever it is.
Baby Pablo is on his way to the newborn nursery. So far, he has overcome the difficulties of his mother's high-risk pregnancy.
It is a good-looking baby. You know, it's got good family stock to come from, so I think this baby's going to do very well. But it came out and did all the things we expect babies to do. Good crying, good breathing, good movement initially, so we're very pleased with this.
Those clothes look a little bit big, don't they?
But the staff at Medical City takes no chances. In the newborn nursery, Pablo is scrutinized in detail.
Just count on the fingers.
Okay. She have a binky, or she non-binky or?
Even perfectly normal babies face routine dangers. To prevent problems in blood clotting, they are given shots of vitamin K.
You're a good baby. Hey, sweetheart. Let's check everything else.
There is also an antibiotic ointment applied to all babies' eyes.
Anything in the birth canal or anything they've had, if they've any bacteria or anything, so their eyes are protected, so they don't get anything. Come here, you know that must be terrible to see, kind of not see anything, but all of a sudden you have this in your eyes. I just thought, okay, little thin there.
Pablo is checking out well. The threats to his health, it appears, remain only in the future.
There, little thin ribbon there. Took it well.
It's taking everything off.
I know, it's a good baby.
Scalpel?
Susan Kinyoki's child is a baby in motion, and he is the talk of the delivery room.
This baby's been very stubborn. In any position.
Dr. Mark Bernstein assists Dr. Chi Din in the operating room. The danger of an errant umbilical cord made Dr. Din advise against a vaginal birth. The baby will come by cesarean.
All right, right, I'm ready.
Although Susan is known to have a fibroid tumor in her uterus, it does not complicate surgery. Dr. Din reaches the baby quickly.
Oh God, hand and mouth.
You know it's a boy, right?
Susan does not answer the doctor's casual question. Many women are fully awake during C-sections, but everyone responds differently to epidural anesthesia and other medications. Susan is practically asleep as the action whirls around her.
She missed the whole thing.
Susan's best friend, Ann Jaguna, acts the role of proud parent for the time being. While the neonatal team cleans off baby Tyrone, Dr. Din assesses the unexpectedly large tumor in Susan's uterus.
That's the fibroid.
Despite its size, the tumor will not be removed.
Rarely is it going to be a cancer. The chance of that is less than 1%. Usually we don't remove the tumor at this time. After her pregnancy, the tumors can shrink in size. If they're not causing her any heavy bleeding or any pelvic pain, it's not necessarily to remove them.
One mystery still remains.
What was surprising is just this baby kept turning, so whether it was because of the fibroid, really can't say.
It's me again.
Dr. Anne Marie Ledley Lewis tries to be jovial, but Cleo's pregnancy is keeping her on the edge.
Let's say a little prayer quickly.
Cleo's husband, Domancio, shows the fatigue of this 5.5-hour labor.
Okay, we're gonna bring your legs all the way up. Okay. Same one like you did before.
At last check, Cleo was stalled at 4 centimeters dilation, and Dr. Ledley Lewis warned of a possible C-section.
I'm gonna call her probably 6. Good. Still 90, head is coming down. So you have made some change?
Good.
Okay. So that's exciting news.
The tension in the room begins to dissipate. Cleo and Domancio have lived through 4 previous miscarriages, and their hopes are high for success today.
Sometimes when I say those words, C-section, the baby gets scared and come on now.
Cleo is still 4 centimeters shy of full dilation. Much can still go wrong, but for now, her baby is on track.
And you said I know the baby likes it on one side a little bit better than the other, but can we rotate her?
We can try.
Let's try and see how that works. And let's get that back leg all the way up, flexed. Okay?
Okay, let's just roll. I'm gonna change your hair.
All right, so I'll see you in another hour.
By all appearances, baby Pablo has suffered little by sharing his mother's womb with a fetus that didn't survive.
Glad I made the decision to keep him because he's so healthy and cute.
Rhonda Osa's decision to have surgery, tying off the umbilical cord to the defective fetus, made the difference. A sonogram taken prior to Pablo's birth showed he was healthy, but Rhonda wasn't sure.
It's not always completely accurate, and you're like, oh, please, please, everything looks good. I hope it stays good. I hope that's what comes out.
But as good as the outlook appears at this point, there is still a chance of serious trouble in the future.
there is probably in the range of a 5% chance of cerebral palsy long term. Right now we see no forms of early abnormal neurological function, but oftentimes cerebral palsy takes 6 to 12 months, even 18 months to start showing the very earliest signs.
For now, Rhonda's happy with her choice and remains optimistic.
Looks like he's going to be a strong guy. Turned out okay. Yeah, Nene. Thank you.
There you go. There's another one. Let's get you some more dinner. Let's get you a little more. That's something that only God can create, and I'm excited that He let me be a part of it. You never get tired of this. I mean, that's a miracle. Tell her who you are. She doesn't know.
Rob Johnson speaks from experience. Since the birth of their new daughter, Avery, he and his wife, Christy, are the parents of 4 healthy girls.
You give her a kiss? Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was so sweet.
The peculiar itching that Christy's pregnancy caused is now gone and has no known residual effects on the baby. So, with a healthy newborn, these parents can begin training their in-house babysitting team right away.
Put them up on the pillow.
Put them on the pillow.
You want to hold her?
If you want to hold her, then you have to go like this.
Is that right? You got it? Here, why don't we do this? Why don't you just hold her like that? No, okay. Here, you can hold her some more.
There are no known after effects for Christy either, and the fears she suffered of a possible stillbirth are long gone. Avery is sleeping and eating normally, with nothing to show that her mother's pregnancy was as difficult as it was.
We're not sure what that was. Okay.
Yeah, like that. Like that. But it was all over. I mean, my face down to my feet. It was everywhere. I'm glad it's over.
She's getting hungry.
And the biggest cheerleader for the joys of parenthood remains Rob, for whom nothing compares to being a dad.
Man, I'm great. I mean, what could be better? Come on. Nobody deserves it this good, but I'm glad I got it. Oh, that's so sweet. Do you love your sister? Yeah, we do too.
What's Avery's name?
Susan Kinyoki is still groggy after the C-section delivery of her son Tyrone. A high priority is placed on having a mother see her baby as soon as possible after birth, but Susan cannot yet muster much of a response.
Here's your baby. You open your eyes right here. There you go. He's beautiful.
Susan's best friend, Ann Jaguna, holds the newborn briefly before the neonatal team goes back to work. Little Tyrone is a big baby, and that in itself can cause problems. In this case, Tyrone's temperature is lower than normal.
When they're really big babies, they don't have that, the mom feeding them, because you know the umbilical cord is cut, so they don't have very many reserves. So their temperature goes down whenever their glucose goes down. So that's why they will give sugar water if they have to. His blood sugar is low, just to kind of give him what he doesn't have anymore and he had when he was inside his mom.
Tyrone is quickly prepared to go to the newborn nursery for special attention, but there is little doubt his prognosis is good.
What do we have? Boy, naughty little boy.
Oh, he's so cute.
Hey, sweetheart. Let's go to nursery.
Baby Charlton is getting ready to go home. In years past, his parents, Rochelle and Clinton Cohn, would have been considered too old to have children. Each is over 35. But modern medicine has helped them overcome a deck stacked against them. And now, things like changing diapers are their main concerns.
I was really shocked to know he knew how to change diapers. Because his oldest niece is 15 years old. This is the second grandbaby, only 3 or 4 days old. And I'm like, my God, you're like a pro at this, boy.
Rochelle is hoarse from a minor fever, which has now gone down, a common after effect of a C-section. But her baby is healthy and unusually large, weighing 9 pounds 6 ounces at birth.
This little boy has some lungs on him.
The baby's large size prolonged Rochelle's labor and made her cesarean section necessary. But now the route she took to motherhood seems insignificant compared to the result.
You don't know the feeling of having your own baby. When I saw him, oh gosh, I could not believe that he was mine. I sure couldn't. My little man.
And push. 2. Come on. More. Give me more.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Deep breath in, and let's go again. Come on, Cleo. You got it. You got it in you. Come on.
In the final phase of labor, Cleo is working hard.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Deep breath in. Let's go again. Come on, Cleo. You got it. You got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Her doctor is becoming concerned about how the baby's heart is reacting to Cleo's contractions.
You know what, Diane? Let me get the legs up. We'll put up this girl. We know that every time she has a contraction, the fetal heart goes down when she's pushing. What I'm afraid of is that when the head comes down and she has a steady pressure on, that the fetal heart is going to stay down. So I want to be ready in case I have to do a vacuum extraction, so that way we can get the baby out quickly. Okay, you have a contraction. Let's go, honey. Don't waste it. Come on, let's go.
Cleo and her husband, Damancio, have spent 10 years trying to have a child, suffering 4 miscarriages in the process. This could be their last chance.
Quick breath and do it one more time. Number 4 right there.
Okay, sweetie, this is going to be it. You're going to have to give me all you got, okay?
Dr. Ledley Lewis uses her powers of persuasion to coach Cleo into motherhood.
All right, come on, she's here. Let's push one more time. That's it. Okay. Okay, small push. Good job. Get a quarter round up. Bye. Hey, sweetie. She's out. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday, Gabby.
Gabrielle is the child Cleo and Damancio have waited a decade for. In this theater of life, there is not a dry eye in the house.
You're officially not pregnant anymore.
Congratulations.
Ready for the dip? Yes, ma'am.
Look at her. Look at her.
Look at this.
Look.
Look at
Hey, sweetie, we've been waiting for you a long time.
Gabrielle enters the world with hope and optimism. Like all the babies at Medical City. Though few of the parents here took 10 years to reach this point, all faced significant obstacles in their pregnancies.
Come out of there.
And for each, the newborn's arrival has been a special delivery.